Hello, I'm Michael. I have been divorced and am as well a child of divorce.
I'm Jennifer. I've also been divorced and am a child of divorce. Welcome to this video series, Children in Between. Our goals are to help you become more sensitive to your children's needs during the stressful transitional period that families deal with during separation and divorce, and to learn skills that will help reduce the stress on your children and make them feel more secure and safe. Family breakup is a first-time experience for most people watching this video, and few parents are prepared for its challenges.
Dad, our class is going on the field trip to the museum, and there's this $10 fee due tomorrow. Hi, Jolene. Anyway, I told Mom it was due soon, but she forgot to give me the money. So, I was wondering if you could write me a check for $10.
Are you kidding? That's what child support is for. You see what I mean?
Oh man, your mother is always forgetting to pay for this and to pay for that, and then she expects me to pay for it? What does she think child support is all about? The money I send her every month is supposed to pay for everything. For your school fees, your music lessons, your clothes, all your video games, your toys. I just wonder how much of that money she really even spends on you. Hey, it's me. So Everett asked me again for money that you didn't give him. And this time for a field trip?
Well, why didn't you give it to him? Be a man.
Woman, woo! You are pushing the limit, all right? I'll call you in. They'll come get you again in that white wagon. And you know what? Jolene is coming to Everett's show next week.
I don't want that stripper near my child.
I'm so used to winning in life that I hate this feeling of losing. I feel like I'm losing control of my finances. Every chance Lynette gets, she's asking me for money and just pulling money out of my pocket. I think she thinks I'm a bank. Things are going great with Jolene, but I feel like I can lose her any moment. And my son, I love my son. And I feel like I can lose him too. It's just so hard to balance time with Everett, time with Jolene, trying to manage what relationship I used to have with Lynette. I feel like I'm running out of options.
They always say, go ask the other one. Then they end up fighting. What the heck? I went 2 weeks without eating lunch because I was too afraid to ask my parents for lunch money. I ended up at the nurse and had to lie about being there.
I know she doesn't think $10 is much to me, but I need to get her to agree on some guidelines so Everett doesn't keep getting caught up between us like this. We need to focus on agreeing. That is timely. I'll try to remember she's always stressed about money. Hey, it's me. Everett asked me today for some money for his field trip. And he was nervous. I felt bad for him even having to ask. Lynette, look, I just think this is something that child support should cover.
Everett is nervous because he knows how stingy you are with money. I better not say that. Why didn't you just give him the money instead of making it a big deal? You have the money.
I hear you. I know you're worried about expenses. I just want us to agree on which things Everett should ask each of us for so he doesn't feel bad about like he's putting us in a situation where we're going to get angry. Can I suggest some guidelines?
I'm listening.
Dad used several skills here. He was sensitive to Everett's stress with being caught in the middle, and he reframed Mom's motives. He used self-talk to keep his focus on reaching an agreement, and he asked permission to make a suggestion. He also used active listening when he mentioned that Mom was worried about expenses. Make a note of these skills and think about how you can apply them. Dad also acknowledged Mom's feelings of discomfort about his new relationship, while at the same time reminding her that they both want to avoid exposing their son to their own complaints.
chronic, daily stress strengthens the neural connections in the amygdala, the part of your brain that controls fear. Unfortunately, the more you repeat a negative thought pattern, like fear or anger, the stronger and deeper those connections become. Chronic stress causes these connections to grow stronger, which produces even higher levels of cortisol. This decreases your brain's ability to handle stress. It can also impair your brain's ability to receive information properly, such as telling the difference between a serious and not so serious threat. Another problem is that high levels of cortisol from chronic stress can actually damage your hippocampus, reducing memory and emotional control. Daily, chronic stress might make it more difficult to learn and remember things, and can also lead to very serious mental complications such as depression, memory loss, and a reduced ability to feel emotions. And these same deteriorations can happen in children's brains, where there's greater impact because their brains are still developing and growing.
What do children need when they make a transition from one parent's home to the other's? They need quiet time and gentle support from each parent. They need time to decompress from the strong feelings of divided loyalties. Children may shut out one or both parents during these times as they struggle with feelings of loyalty to the absent parent. If conflict between parents occurs, it can take the children and the parents up to 72 hours to get the cortisol, a stress hormone, out of their systems. How do the children feel about mom criticizing their dad? They may feel hurt if they take those criticisms as being about them, since they have identified with characteristics of each parent. When you criticize the other parent, you are criticizing half of your child. Kids will want to come to dad's defense. They're also adjusting to the transition between homes and need some quiet time before having to engage emotionally with mom. Cortisol levels in children will likely increase in what situation? A. Giving a hug to a friend. B. Playing with their pet. C. Making their bed. Or D. Hearing dad put down mom. When a parent is openly critical of and sarcastic toward the other parent, what are some of the costs to the child? A. They decide that they would rather be at school and will adjust better with others. B. Lower self-esteem, because the child identifies with both parents, including the one being criticized. C. They will be happy when you and the other parent get back together. D. They will love you more and decide that they no longer want to see their other parent.